Hi, I'm Saizo and welcome to an educational Kayn gameplay video of mine. Today we face the Masters Kha'Zix OTP and I want to lead you through my thought process of how I play the game, what I think, and explain you the why and what's. So I always go Blue Smite. I think it's the most versatile item, a jungle item, which you can use in the most different scenarios and have the most different advantages from it. But Green Side is also totally fine if that's your kind of thing. So you want to go for an invade here. So I jump over, make sure that we don't get counter invaded. So I drop a ward here, just so that we're sure. He wants to go through bot sided here. We see the Lulu already here, and the Thresh lands the hook. So we gather here, and I get the first blood, which is very, very great, because that way now I can buy D-Blade, because D-Blade got buffed on this patch, all the Doran's items, but D-Blade especially is very good, and D-Shield is also good, but we want to have the D-Blade here in the jungle. And you can only buy one, right? So laners can't buy a second Doran's item. And this gives us a huge early game bonus boost. So the Kha'Zix matchup. Before I had to sit on a longsword and just sit on the 120 extra gold, so D-Blade is even more effective if I can force plays. So the Kha'Zix matchup is actually very simple. We just want to force him to stay the same level as we are. Like Kayn scales of gold and Kha'Zix scales wants to have levels, right? With the evolves level 6, 11 and 16. So if we can manage to just focus on the gold difference, just getting a gold ahead, and even if that means that we're both staying lower levels, that's totally fine, because then we win out and we win out heavily, and Kha'Zix is gonna lose from it. So I see him taking his Gromp. He's now just finished it. We're gonna take the red buff. It's important if we win right here that we don't go for his Raptors, because if he finishes his Wolves and then he goes into his red side and then his Raptors are gone, he immediately knows that I invaded him. So I rather take his red buff and then his Crux. Because at that time then he goes into his top side, he clears his Raptors first, he needs 2 Ws for it, so that's quite some time. And then he checks his red, and then by the time that he saw that the red is gone, I'm already at a completely different point. So I just can kind of steal more time of his. So I see top lane, there's no action happening, so I can just go double Q for a faster clear, and now clear downwards again. So Kha'Zix now has 2 options basically. So first thing is, he realizes his camps are down. He either has to do a desperation gang on top side or on mid. Top side doesn't really look gankable. Mid lane could, so I'm kind of checking mid lane a bit, always with the minimap. And the other play is to just reset, probably buy longsword and go for the bot lane play. And yeah, but these are the 2 only options he basically has in this scenario. So I'm checking mid lane again. He's not showing up, so he probably reset it and is gonna go for maybe a bot lane gank, or even gank mid lane from bot side, but high chances he's somewhere around bot side now with the longsword. But I'm level 4 and he's level 3, so there we see him. The plant is, he took the plant, and we just straight up take a 1v1 against Kha'Zix, which he, it's probably his best bet to have against me, and there's no way he wins it. I just auto take Q and he's dead, but he has flash, maybe E, and I disrespect that Kiana came there first. I thought maybe Annie had the move as well, but it was just my bad, and completely my bad. I messed that up. So I'm thinking about waiting for the pickaxe to 20 gold, but that messed up my tempo, and so I rather go with the 2 longswords to continue fighting and expanding, sitting in his jungle and sitting on his head. So the moment he jumped into mid lane, it showed me that he's now going for the top lane crab, which is a mistake, because it's now 4 something in the game, 4:25, and his Gromp is gonna respawn. So when he goes into his for the scuttle first, he's gonna mess up his timer for his Gromp. So that's why I go there. I can't queue over the Drake pit into the Dragon pit, because they took the scuttle and then they see me. So I have to go downwards, and I take his Gromp. And yeah, Kha'Zix now is either on the way down here, so I drag it a bit downwards, and I'm thinking about maybe we can dive bot, maybe do a play onto mid lane. but we do see Kha'Zix now on top, which now opens up for me also to safely take his wolves as well. He doesn't get anything there. Sorry. And yeah, that gives me also permission now to take his wolves and steal another camp of his. So he's now down 4 camps. He only got the scuttles therefore, but they don't give any experience. The first 2 scuttles give really no experience, and as I said again, experience is king for Kha'Zix. And yeah, so we go for a play here, make sure that Thresh is taking the aggro first, so I want to lead with W here out of turret range, and we kill her very easily. And yeah, Thresh takes another turret shot, I believe. No, he doesn't. So Kha'Zix may have reset it, so I'm like trying to lead her out. Lulu flashes on Thresh, gets him, it's fine. I'm thinking about resetting here. Kayn is now safe, but I still don't have enough for pickaxe, and I don't need to be anywhere, so I don't need to buy like a Threaded Dirk and an extra longsword here or anything and force myself into another build path. So I do have the time to farm safely, take my whole jungle, my whole bot side jungle here, and get my pickaxe, work towards my god drinker. Yeah, Kha'Zix by this time, the moment he saw me on bot lane, could have countered my CS, and just know that I took his bot side and should actually take my top side jungle. There is the path. I do mess up an auto attack here, so I have to cancel my E. So I'm like, now I can go back, but I want to see if he actually took my top side, and to make sure, and he did not, and this is the moment I know I won, because now he's behind super far. He's not only down 4 of his own camps, he also did not take mine, so I get those on top, which expands my lead by super far. This is now game over. When I now get my reset, right, already now I'm stronger, I have a huge level lead, but when I get the reset I'm also having an item lead, and I just have to snowball the game from then on. So I take the scuttle here. It's the respawn scuttle, right? The respawn scuttle are the ones that count a lot. And now I see him bot. I could either be in his top side again, or in Kiana's bot, or I can gank top, or I can take my jungle, but I'd not take my jungle ever here. Always like go for his jungle or a gank. Yeah, Shyvana does kill the Garen here, but I'm quite sure that I do kill her here. End up going for ulting in. Now I wait for my W cooldown, and I flash here because I think if she has E up, and I was pretty close to come off cooldown again, she may have killed me. I really didn't want to give her a kill. And the wave is really bad. Garen does not have TP, so I have to push it in. Otherwise it is in a very bad lane state for him, which I don't want to leave him in. So yeah, Kha'Zix and Kiana go mid lane, Shyvana TP's top, bot lane is pushed in, I have to reset, get my Iron Spike whip. Short information, if you buy like Kindle Gem or Phage, don't buy these items if you can. Like, the efficiency of these items, Kindle Gem gives you for 400, like if you upgrade it from a Ruby Crystal, it gives you 50 more HP and 10 ability haste for 400 more gold. But the 10 ability haste really don't matter that much, and very similar for the Phage. It's like the components you have in there actually grant you most. So just like getting 2 Ruby Crystals and a longsword is better than like getting a full Kindle Gem or anything, or a Phage in that point. Just the thing of like what the action items actually give you. So my Garen sat there in the bush and maybe wanted to wait for the Kha'Zix to one-shot him. Doesn't get off his ult, but it did not work. He loses the top lane wave for it. I try to help the Annie out. I do miss my W, and I think we don't win it at all. Annie actually walks in, and she does get a nice stun on her, but Kiana flashes it, and I'm just gathering free orbs here and there on cooldown. I'm just draining them out again, making sure that they don't chase for the Annie. Annie walks down there again. Maybe she wants to go for the crab, okay. And yeah, Kiana's into invis. We get the big shutdown here, and that's very easy to take. Now I go into my E like half a second too early while I'm still in combat. Shyvana has to reset, so I help the Garen with the push. Just a short W in the wave. And I want to reset because I have Fawn, but I need like 100 gold for my God Drinker. So I saw that the patience bar of the enemy red buff got resetted, so it had to be Kha'Zix on there, but it didn't continue. So I'm like kind of suspicious, like, is he trying to like contest me here for the crab? Because I don't know if he, like, what HP ended up being, if he maybe came again or anything. So I put my red trinket on if he jumped over and just steal the scuttle and wanted to be annoying. But yeah, got the God Drinker, got the form. should have reset it here outside of base. You also get the full HP right now, right? So that's something. I've not played Kayn for like half a year or something. Ever since they, especially not after they now nerfed his W, it's kind of also hurt me because it used to be 130% AD, now it's 110. And as I said, I play Lethality Red Kayn or AD Red Kayn, so this nerf hurts me more than others, and same for the ultimate, right? Went down also by, I believe it was 3% from 13 to 10. So that's kind of hurts me more than other Red Kayn players. But yeah, I still love this channel, I still enjoy him very much, so I still play him, of course. And yeah, it was just time to just play. And you sometimes have these moments. Right, so I go back, have my farm, clear my bot side jungle, see play on the Qiyana. She gets stunned, so I have to Q and immediately ulti, because if I get an auto attack in between, which I need to kill her, she can just go stat and I can't ult her any afterwards, and then she can get off, which we don't want her to do. So kind of important that you know like when to do an auto attack, when you can squeeze in an auto attack or not. Yeah, okay, his red buffs are not up, but I take his red, I hold my W in case that he comes, but he does not show up. So yeah, I just grab it. So Qiyana's back, coming from with home guards. Shyvana also has priority, and Kha'Zix will come and don't have ultimate, so I can't take his raptors actually. So I fall back into my own jungle. Again, this is like fallback, right? I don't just AFK farm my jungle, I'm looking for opportunities. So any recalls, Garen is low, and Kha'Zix could be basically everyone in the map, but high chances that he's also going to be on the top side. Might look for the Rift Herald. So I'm like, alright, let's go here. Going for her, she E's me, so I can like knock her up into turret range and give her extra turret shots. You can also do that if it's like a tank and he has Sunfire, just run to melee range and drag the turret aggro. I've messed up my spacing here, so I've two things. I flashed too far, and therefore my Q also went a bit wide. Apologies. Right, so we know that Qiyana's missing, so I'm just hovering here for him, he seemed to push the wave, and he does have ultimate, but like he should have walked to me. Qiyana's coming, I go into my E here, I believe. I go into my E to get some HP directly back before she ignites me or anything, get the full value. So now I get the Gorging, get my combo of auto attack, Q auto attack, and Garen can finish the rest, kind of baiting. And yeah, now I base. What Garen does is Garen things. And fine, we do have 1,400 gold, so we get Serrated Dirk and another longsword here. Thought about going cooldown boots, but I'm not really a huge fan of them, because I already built soulless resistances anyway in my item builds, so I'd rather get them over my boots. And yeah, Kha'Zix, as I said, is topside somewhere. He should have taken the scuttle because Shyvana had to base, and Qiyana also, right? She died and roamed. So any could have come. If any laner checks, they're dead. I don't have smite yet, so I take the scuttle first, and then I go and join the Rift Herald fight, and then just make sure to Q and then smite to combo it. And yeah, any walk straight into the Qiyana. I also get hit because I'm in the river, right? So I can't W. I messed that up, or we messed that up. Can't save the any there. Right, tried to side with the Shyvana E, but it's can't side that in that small area. Right, I'm not that scared to fight them here. I just want to make them like, if they run into me, like they're all dead. I want to grab the wave, of course, and I do have my God Drinker and my ult. I saw Kha'Zix moving bot, so he probably is on my Raptors because he did not walk over the bot side vision. Did grab the big Raptor, but it's fine. So I'm still not scared because, as I said, I do have my ultimate. I have everything up. So I need one more auto attack, so I tried to ping her for my team to see. I'm not even sure if they can see the pings anymore right now. But yeah, she needs one more auto attack. Again, can't squeeze the auto attack in because then she just goes invisible. Hit the plant so Annie can see her even if she goes invisible now, and Annie can pick up the kill. And yeah, so just take our bot side camp. So I'm thinking about like I could reset now for Umbral Glaive. And that's it, but now I see that, I notice on the map that Thresh is getting low and they're fighting bots, so I'm helping out, trying to W her when she's in the turret range, which does work, so she gets one turret shot extra, sidestep her a bit downwards so that she doesn't E me into the wall. And yeah, Caitlyn should just go back here. I can hold the wave. She does die. Vayne flashes for her, and yeah, I'm just trying to clear the wave that they don't get the first blood turret here, because I do have the rift turret actually for it. And just clear the wave, make life a bit hard for them, hit her with the W here, and he comes, and she walks into the trap, and that's her death. And yeah, now I just have to wait for my mana, for my Q, and she's dead. So Kha'Zix is super far behind, and game's looking really, really good. And I do have an assassin mid lane, so it's not really that hard for us to siege the mid lane turrets later on. So I can drop the rift turret on bot lane here to get the first blood turret, which is a lot of gold. And I just want to make sure Kha'Zix could come, but I'm, as I said, not really afraid. He's super far behind, and I'm in the mini wave. Thresh is by my side. It's fine. Just clear on this wave. And yeah, I'm sitting on 2,700, 600 gold. And Drakes are really not worth to like take over your camps if you're on your own. If you take that long, you really don't mind. Like Chantek Drake, maybe okay. Oh, I'm actually getting a nice W on her. Get immediately into ult again, not squeezing in another auto attack. Just a thing. Generally, I'd squeeze in another auto attack, but not against like stuff like Kiana and so on. And yeah, now we can take the Drake because we're with like 4 people here. But generally, chain attack is okay. It got not touched. The right side, it is already in a good state. But yeah, Cloud Drake I find is okay, which usually was a weaker Drake before. I think about flash Wing on the Vayne here, but it's not that certain that I will actually get it here. Yeah, Cloud Drake, which I consider to be, which used to be a weaker Drake, now is an okayish Drake. Hextech Drake, because of the ability haste, is okayish. And Chantek Drake is also okayish, right? Healing and shielding power and tenacity, right? But the other Drakes are really not worth it. And even those 3 Drakes are not like I'm not gonna skip my camps for it. I'm already saying it for years. Do your camps, just play consistently and play for leads, and then it's now even more a must. Like it should really become meta soon that people start recognizing it. I miss my flash W, but he still stays around, so I get him. Right. Trying to hit the plant here for vision on Kiana again, but she's already dead. It's nice. 2 quick kills, and we can now just play again for the enemy bot side. I'm just trying to buy some space here. And yeah, that my team can push here, then we push mid, and Vayne is on the bot side. Garen has free top side push, and then we can take his bot side jungle here, see if his blue is up. It is not. Now I have to see what the Vayne does. If she continues pushing, we have to run there, we have to go there and actually stop her from taking all that. Someone has to catch the wave. If nobody else does it, I do it, but I really don't want to do it in January. And even though before 20 minutes, it's even worth less, but I'd still do it, of course, if nobody else does. But I'd rather have one of my teammates soaking in that whole experience, which Kayn does here. They get a kill mid lane and take the turret and reset. Vayne also reset it, so it's all fine. Yeah, again, the Drakes is really just do your camps, generate gold leads, and just do Drakes. If you fight for the 3rd Drake and for the soul, that's the Drakes I really fight. And you can ignore the single Drakes and just abuse the tempo deficit that the enemy has, because especially if they do Drakes alone or with 2 people, it takes so much time. So I ping Kha'Zix going to my Gromp. Maybe Garen can check there. Miss my W here by a very tiny bit. And yeah, I'd not gone with ultimate on her because she has Lulu behind, but I had chunked her out and just caused her to need to reset, which then gives us a tempo lead again. But yeah, so I have to buy a Kindle Gem here because I want to have my big cleaver, and I buy steel caps here because I don't have anything else to sit on, and I don't want to sit on 800 gold. And Ninja Tabi have the best boots I can get. As I said, I don't want to buy the Yon in the cooldown boots. Mercs, I really don't need this game, so I'd rather get the Ninja Tabi. Even if they're not the greatest in this game, they are still 380 champions, so I still profit from it. I get the resistances, and yeah, Garen dies top, which means that they now have right tempo for Rift Herald in there. So I see my team being bot side. So even if we were mid lane, we just push out mid lane here, what I do now, clear their vision, push out mid lane, and then move into their bot lane. I kind of make a cross map play. There's no Baron up, there's no need that we need to be on the top side map, part of the map. So we're completely fine here. And grabs his blue buff, he can have the Rift Herald or whatever, take his Gromp, and then we have to see what they do. So we can take this, push the wave and reset, but Vayne actually shows up, tries to go for a nice play here with a 1v3 or 1v4 the moment I join. And now you see the silhouette there. I missed it a bit too late that she actually turned back, which was actually very cool of her. It was a nice play, but we did get her. And yeah, now we could reset, but if we reset, I feel like I have a better angle of if I just run here straight to the top and using the bushes from the blue side again with the movement speed, right? As much as I can and my E, because I don't want to give the Baron, now Baron is up, I don't really want to give them control over the top side of the map, so I want to bully them out, catch them off, and set up my own vision there and like be like, this is our area, right? This is not yours to take. So they overstepped there. Vayne could have maybe dragged out more time for them to like take the T2 top, yeah. But yeah, Kha'Zix went into ultimate, which showed that he's trying to play out, go in again, because if he was just running, he'd just continue run and use his ultimate reactively, but he, like when I tried to go for a W or anything, but he didn't. So that moment we just turn on him and kill the Lulu, and Shyvana gets out, and we think like it's time for a Baron. Just need to be here together. They don't have a smite, but we are kind of split, and Shyvana does have her E to poke us, so if we stay together, and Keanu is also did hit something, not that much, but we need to be together and wait out the Shyvana ultimate, and then they can fight. But they mess up the enemies, like our Garen said he dies, then they mess it up as well, and we're good. Otherwise we just like we can turn on them at any time if we just stay together, but we did, but it still worked out. And yeah, so we have to stop the Baron, therefore that's what they got. Two of them died and we stopped the Baron, and Garen died. I don't think we had to die, but it's okay. So now we have to go into the bot side because they respawned. And I'm really not scared to like we fight for Drake here, because now it's mid game, you take them out very fast. This is the Drakes I'd fight for now, and I'm really not scared to fight them here, even though I miss my W here. It's like I try to run away and make them think I'm scared, but in reality I'm not. I just want to drag them into better conditions for me, like in small spots, make them jump, like Kha'Zix jump onto me, or use them spells on me, like be like a bit more in the mindset of like I'm this strong, like they think that they are the hunter, but in reality they are the victims, right? They are the prey. And so yeah, that's like around the walls to like choke points or anything. It's like a lot of benefits if you make them just mind trick them a bit to come closer to you. Gives you more space to actually run them down then. So we take the Drake, don't want to fight here. I'm sitting on quite a lot of gold because I have my Black Cleaver here. Don't have my ultimate as well. I do have my flash, and I want to save my flash for the Vayne. It's also why I didn't flash for the Kiana directly earlier, because Vayne is the problematic guy which I need to think about. So also by the Edge of Night, because if I ever catch the Vayne alone, only her E can hold me away. Like that's the only way she can peel from her. If I have the damage to one-shot her, only her E can like stop me from doing that. So this is a great item here. If I want to go lethality into Vayne, just need to make sure that it doesn't get popped, or that right, it just helps me in this regard. And it can be popped, of course, but that's what I can play around. And if I ever find the Vayne in the 1v1, that's what's gonna guarantee me killing her. And yeah, if I had less gold, for instance, what I said earlier, probably it had been an Unbreak Glaive here. But that just depends on the game state, on the items. It's also like if I buy Gorginka first, or what items I have, what gold time I have to reset, what my goal is currently to do. That's kind of how I adjust my item builds, and that's why they sometimes make difference. So I buy another Serrated Dirks at least, clear my top side. Want to be around Baron, right? So I have to be top sided. I really don't care about Marathon that much. Great flash of the enemy here. We get the Vayne as well. Was really, really well played by the enemy. Now the Kha'Zix stands there, and I already know if he stands there that he wants to turn on my team because I'm not the target. So I have my W here already on my team. Same here. I'm already prepared that he's going to jump onto my team, so I have to W backwards. And same for the Kiana, right? They both do the same. And you can see it's like just assassin brains. They be like, oh, I wait, go in the bush, and then I turn. So I'm looking for the enemy. I didn't think I actually get her. Find her there, but she is. Like I was like maybe, and she actually was, but I thought like she's not gonna run into Garen from the back, right? But she did. There was a small possibility, and yeah, I do flash her because I think if I now set up her death timer here, we get double inhib at minute 25, which then opens up for a Baron play, even though I want to save my flash for the Vayne. Not 100% sure that this was the best decision to use my flash there for her, or if they can, like, that depends on some factors, right? But it was, I have to think about that. It was not bad. We do get up two new inhibitors, but we die. Thresh dies, and Garen also overstays, but they don't have a jungler, so they can't do Baron. We do get up the second inhibitor. As I said, we did not want to fight that, just take the inhib and peace out, but we overstayed a bit. Could have just gone out, but the Thresh landed the hook on the Vayne, but she flashed then, so that's kind of what baited us in a bit. Right, not the Thresh baited us in, our thinking that we can all kill her. And yeah, so, but they don't have a jungler, they can't take Baron, so they just go and push mid lane. And we also have a blue trinket on the Baron, so I know they're not going there. I'm thinking about, alright, Kha'Zix is now alive again. So I have to go there. I'm ready to just straight up walk there now because I have my ultimate and everything up again. But now I see Kha'Zix on top and we still have blue trinkets there, so I'm recalling. But if I see them now on the Baron, I just cancel my recall and instantly run there with my Ian through the bushes, blue smite, and I'm there. Getting a Serpent's Fang, which is really good against the Lulu. And then last but not least, I'm thinking about either a Cyrildas or a Death Dance. Both items good here, depending on, like, also if, like, the Vayne suddenly has the Ramblings or something, we can go a bit more for the percentage armor penetration as well, together with the Backleaver. But Death Dance also very good in this game against these triple AD champions. Alright, so we want to play around Baron. Vayne shows up on bot, so that's our go sign of, like, alright, let's just do it. We can either start it here, but we for sure, they have to come, right? They have to force it or they lose, so they have to force the fight. So we will just start the Baron to drag their attention to us and to make them either come into us or give us Baron. So Kha'Zix's best bet is to steal the Nash, so I don't want to, like, be like, alright, ego and be like, I win the smite fight anyway. Like, I do win a lot of smite fights, but I've also lost smite fights, right? It's just like how it is. It's not like 100% guaranteed. And there's no reason we're like that fat as I am to, like, flip it. So I rather want to be like, alright, if they come close enough, I'm gonna turn on them. That's basically what I do here. But the moment Kha'Zix dies, of course, here we can freely take it. And yeah, if we were, like, in maybe a worse state, I'd flip the Baron, but no reason yet. So we get it, we run out, Garen pushes top. I miss my W here. If I hit my W, I can get an auto attack, Q auto attack, and then delay my ult because she's low. But I miss it, still get the Shyvana, still want to fight, and we do find them. Kha'Zix jumps in. I have to lead with W because if I lead with Q, then he has time because he's not CC'd to kill the Annie. So I W and then Q afterwards. Tibba smacks the Lulu, and we just get the rest of them, and that's game. Just finish with Baron and the game. So maybe this helped you already to show you a bit the enemy surrendered, and of course always make sure to honor the mates. I usually tend to honor the support, and yeah, I hope you learned something maybe or two things, and have a great day. Bye bye.